will tag in for holding this thing because I won't be able to do it.
I'm now deaf in one ear.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'll tag
it. It hasn't got a memory.
Okay, thank you very much for your patience. Welcome to the election results night. First of all, can we have a big round of applause for KUBE? KUBE are live streaming tonight's event and I've come up against lots of technical difficulties, so thank you very, very much for waiting for them. Especially thank you to candidates. We know how tense it can be at this time. So, voter turnout this year has been 25.7%, the highest. This is the highest we've ever had. It's a 5% increase on last year, and 3,302 students turned out to vote. So thank you so much for participating in democracy, or hashtag dogmocracy, as we've coined this year. So for those of you that don't know, we launched the Elections Barometer this year, where students unlock lots of different rewards based on how many, what percentage we reached. At 50% was the controversial, the Students' Union will get a dog. We didn't get to 25%, but we did get halfway there, which means that you'll be getting a petting zoo visit during exam stress, which is really exciting. KUBE are looking forward to making a nature documentary. Thank you very much to our sports clubs and societies. 63.8% of people in sports clubs voted. Beating societies, 50.2% of you voted. And our best hall in terms of engagement was Hawthorne's Hall at 50.2% as well. So well done to Hawthorne's Hall. Okay, so I'm going to go through the elections results, and the way that this is going to work is I'm going to invite the candidates that are standing in that election to come and take a seat on the couch over here while we announce the results. The voting system that we use is single transferable vote, which means that you preference candidates in order. This does mean that some of the votes are quite complicated. So they're up on the screen, but we'll also be reading them out.
People
so it might take a few rounds before we find out who has been elected.
I still think pick out.
So, without further ado, we're going to be starting off. So as we said, the results are quite complicated. We are confident, and it has been verified, that we have elected the correct people. However, some of the numbers were added in a very, very, very quick style. So just roll with us, okay? So first of all, could we have the candidates for the position of AU Secretary? So that's just Harry. Harry here.
Get the important stuff out of the way.
I mean, everyone will sleep after this.
Is Harry able? No, he's not here, that's fine.
I'll sit in.
Okay. So for AU Secretary, there were 859 valid votes. Quota, which is the number you need to reach in order to be elected, was 429. In round one, Harry received 815 and Ron received 44, so Harry was elected in round one. Okay, can I now have the candidates for the position of AU Treasurer? Do we have anyone for AU Treasurer? So there were 851 valid votes. Quota was 425. In round one, Edward Passfield received 370. Mehmet Ismail received 323. Ims Khan received 134, and Ron received 24. So Ron and Ims were removed and their votes were redistributed. In round two, quota becomes 425.5. Edward Passfield receives 398 and Mehmet Ismail receives 363. So Edward is elected with 398 votes. Very, very close. Thank you. Now could we have the candidates for the position of AU Media Officer? Just check, do we have Phil? Do you have Phil? No? Okay, so for AU Media Officer, the total valid vote was 861, making quota 430.5. In round one, Jennifer Ostrich received 495 and Philip Fletcher received 348. Ron received 18, so Jenny is elected in round one. Well done, Jenny. Now can we have the candidates for the position of AU Deputy President? So one of our most contested part-time officer positions. So for the AU Deputy election, the total valid vote was 911. Quota was 455.5. In round one, Ellen Petrie received 378 votes. George Llewellyn received 185. Christopher Willison received 168. And Zoe Anderson received 162. Ron received 18. In round two, Ellen received 378, George Llewellyn received 186, Christopher Willison received 168, and Zoe received 162. So Zoe is excluded, her votes redistributed. In round three, Ellen received 445, George Llewellyn received 213, Christopher Willison received 194. And therefore, Ellen Petrie is elected as AU Deputy President. Thank you very much. Okay, and that is it for the AU committee positions. We are going to take a quick democracy break. So today we launched a surprise competition because we thought we might not get to 50%. So we would ask students to share pictures of their pets with the hashtag #Dogmocracy. So we've had, how many entries have we had, Katie? More than one. Around about 100, I think, which is really good. So we put all of the names into a bowl here, and Ella's going to choose a winner. This is for Easter ball tickets. Am I right? Easter ball tickets, yeah. An Easter ball ticket. Just one. Laura Marks. Oh, me! Is Laura here? Oh, excellent! Well done, Laura. We have a Dogmocracy winner. Okay. Now we're going to move on to the part-time officer positions. Okay.
Yes.
So the first part-time officer position that we're going to be announcing tonight is the Black and Minority Ethnic BME officer. So the total valid vote for this election was 196. Quota is 98. In round one, Margaret Apakapi received 132, and Davina Kamaladis received 58, so Margaret is elected in round one. Okay, do we have any candidates for Disabled Students Officer position? No. So for Disabled Students Officer, Total valid vote was 470, quota was 235. In round 1, Christopher Jones received 336 votes, James English received 110, and Ron received 24. So Chris is elected in round 1. Okay, next up can we have the candidates for Environment and Campus Officer? Okay, for this election, the total valid votes were 2,672. The quota was 1,336. In round 1, Natalie Lusmore received 1,559. And Kieran McMahon received 1,061. Ron received 52. So Natalie is elected in round 1. Can we now have the candidates for the position of Gender Equality Officer? So in this election, the total valid vote is 2,678. Quota is 892.67. In round 1, Elle Fisher received 1,347 votes. Nick Conville received 526 votes. Danny Haney received 417, and Harry Smallbone received 311, and Ron received 77. Now this is a position with a part-time officer role with 2 positions available. So Elle Fisher is elected in round 1. Votes are redistributed. Harry Smallbone and Ron are excluded and their votes redistributed. And in round 2, Nick Conville receives 796.48 votes, and Danny Haley receives 693.74 votes. So your gender equality officers are Elle Fisher and Nicholas Conville. Could we now have the candidate for LGBT officer? LGBT plus officer. Okay. So the total valid vote for this election is 174, quota is 87. In round 1, Jamie Tennant receives 149 votes, Ron receives 25, so Jamie Tennant is elected as your LGBT plus officer for another year. Well done, Jamie. Our next election is for the position of International Students Officer. Can we have our candidates, please? So in this election, the total valid vote is 221. Quota is 110.5. In round 1, Ian Wong receives 131 votes. And Radhika Dave receives 79, Ron receives 11, and Ian Wong is elected. Do we have candidates for the mature part-time learner officer? Mandy's not here. Okay, so for the mature part-time and distance learning students officer, the total valid vote is 240, quota is 120. In round 1, Mandy Gorse receives 220 and Ron receives 20, therefore Mandy is elected in round 1. We have our candidate for the position of non-portfolio officer. See Andrew. So, in this election, the total valid vote is 2,526. Quota is 1,263. In round 1, Andrew Seaver receives 2,340 votes and is elected. Ron receives 186 votes. Next, can we have our candidates for the position of student staff officer? Joe's being given 5 minutes off. Sorry if we made you late for your shift. So for this election, the total valid vote is 82, as only student staff can vote. Quota is 41. In round 1, Sam Lazenby receives 66 votes and Jake receives 15. Ron receives 1, so Sam Lazenby is elected in round 1. Can we now have the candidates for the student trustees? This is our very last part-time officer announcement. Okay. So in this election, the total valid vote is 2,540. Quota is 635. In round 1, Tom Campbell receives 980 votes, Enoch Lou receives 935, and Elliot Lancaster receives 548, and Ron receives 77. So Tom and Enoch are elected at round 1. This is an election with 3 positions. So Tom and Enoch are elected and their surplus is redistributed. And in round 2, the remaining votes, so Elliot Lancaster then receives 1,135 votes. Ron receives 125. So Tom, Elliot and Enoch are your student trustees. And that is it for the part-time officer positions.
That means I can go screaming.
Okay. And now the moment you've all been waiting for. We're going to move on to the full-time officer positions. First up, could we have a candidate for the position of AU and Sport Officer? Oh wait, what is this? A surprise draw. Okay, so to reward the amount of voters that we had, we've decided to do a surprise draw for some Alton Towers tickets. Ooh. But we had to do this up in the office because we had to use a random number generator. So, if your name is Simran Sidhu, no, you've won some Alton Towers tickets. Are you here? Excellent. Well done. I mean, I don't actually have any Alton Towers tickets at this moment give you. I've got a scrappy bit of paper with your name on it, but it's not a very good prize. But well done. Okay, so, Megan, in this election, the total valid vote was 2,791. Quota is 1,395.5. In round one, Megan Harrison receives 2,603 votes. Ron receives 188, so Megan is elected. Your Athletic Union and Sport Officer 2017-2018. Could we next have our candidate for the position of Union Development and Democracy? Okay, so the total valid vote for this election is 2,778. Good democracy. Quota is 1,389. Emily Horsfall receives 2,574 votes. Ron receives 204, and you're elected in round one. So your Union Development and Democracy Officer 2017-2018 is Emily Horsfall. It is indeed Education Officer up next. Okay, our first contested full-time officer position. So for this election, the total valid votes is 2,845 votes. Quota is 1,422. In round one, Jeff Wiltshire receives 2,483 votes. Naomi Genitari Smith receives 332 and Ron receives 30. And Jeff is elected as your Education Officer for 2017-18. And now can I have the candidates for the activities and community officer?
Take our mic off the table before you do, please.
Okay. So, for this election, the total valid vote is 2,945. Quota is 1,472. In round one, Sam Gibbons receives 1,305 votes. Dinesh Mahmood receives 858 votes. Sam Jordan receives 593. Will Munden receives 159 and Ron receives 30. At this stage, Will Munden and Ron are excluded and their votes are redistributed. In round two, the quota becomes 1,432. Sam Gibbons receives 1,340 votes. Dinesh Mahmood receives 879 and Sam Jordan receives 645. So Sam is excluded and his votes, Sam Jordan is excluded and his votes are redistributed. And in round three, the quota becomes 1,321. At this stage, Sam Gibbons receives 1,669 votes. He is elected, with Dinesh receiving 974. So your activity community officer for 2017-2018 is Sam Gibbons. Welcome to all candidates. Okay, we've only got one more position to announce. The most contested election in this round of elections this year, and that's for the position of Welfare and Internationalisation Officer. Could we have our candidates to the couch, please? Okay. Do we have Alice? Do we have Alice Williams? No? Okay. So for this election, we received 2,877 votes. The quota is 1,438.5. In round one, Aisha Panther receives 772 votes. Ed Thompson receives 450. Anna Lindsay receives 443. Fleur Harmon receives 441. John Dilworth receives 389. And Alice Williams receives 337. Ron receives 45 votes. Ron is removed and their votes redistributed. In round two, Aisha receives 776 votes. Ed Thompson receives 450. Anna Lindsay 444. Fleur Harmon 442. John Dilworth 390. And Alice Williams 340. Alice is excluded and her votes are redistributed. In round three, Aisha receives 821. Ed receives 469. Anna receives 484. Fleur receives 498. And John receives 430. So John is excluded and his votes redistributed. So Aisha then receives 916 votes, Ed receives 558, Anna receives 528, and Fleur receives 557. So Anna is excluded and her votes are redistributed. In round five, Aisha receives 1,056 votes, Ed receives 655, and Fleur receives 673. So Ed is excluded and his votes are redistributed. And we are now into round six. Quota has now become 1,061, and in round six, Aisha Panther receives 1,288 votes. Fleur receives 834, making your Welfare and Internationalisation Officer for 2017-18. Aisha Panther. Welcome to all candidates. Can we have a massive round of applause for all candidates for this election? Thank you very much. And can I invite your elected officer team for 2017-18 to the front here to have a picture, please? Can we get Megan, Jeff, Sam, Aisha, Emma? to operate.